The aliens are here. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Contemporary Comrades. It's your boy Corn. And I am here with breaking news from Israel. Former Israeli space security chief says aliens exist, but humanity is not ready. This galactic federation has supposedly been in contact with Israel and the U.S. for years, but are keeping themselves a secret to prevent hysteria until humanity is ready. Well, ladies and gentlemen, what have we been telling you here on the Contemporary Comrades? What have they been getting us ready for? A new normal, a new life. And if I should steal any words out of anyone, a new beginning, or maybe I should steal the words from our president himself. A dark, dark winter. Ladies and gentlemen, according to retired Israeli general and current professor Haim Eshed, the answer is yes, but this has been kept a secret because humanity is not ready. Speaking in an interview to Yediot, and excuse me for pronouncing this wrong. I'm pretty sure I'm pronouncing like half of this article wrong. But Yediot Eharonot, I guess. I don't know how to say it. Eshed, who served as the head of Israel's space security program for nearly 30 years, is a 3-time recipient of the Israel Security Award, explained that Israel and the U.S. have both been dealing with aliens for years. Ladies and gentlemen, what I just gave you already, this man's credits. He is a reliable source, I would assume, after reading, his credentials. But the fact that he says that not only are aliens here, not only is non-normal life here, but it's been here for years. What does he mean by years? This is very interesting to me, folks. And this is the reason why I had, as soon as I saw this article, I had to do this video. I had to break this news because I feel like not many people are going to see this. So I need to get the word out there because I'm pretty sure not that many people are looking at the Jerusalem Post to see what's going on in the world, at least here in America. But the 87-year-old former space security chief gave further descriptions about exactly what sort of agreements have been made between the aliens and the U.S. specifically. That's crazy. Which, again, I can't pronounce it. Ostensibly, which have been made because they wish to research and understand the fabric of the universe. This cooperation includes a secret underground base on Mars, where there are American and alien representatives. Ooh. Now, again, I don't know too much about Mars. I don't know too much about like the planets and what planets we can live on and shit like that. But I have heard about how Mars is apparently habitable. If this is true, this would coincide with the U.S. President Donald Trump's creation of the Space Force as the 5th branch of the U.S. Armed Forces, though it is unclear how long this sort of relationship, if any, has been going between the U.S. and its reported extraterrestrial allies. But Eshed insists that Trump is aware of them and that he was on the verge of disclosing their existence. However, the Galactic Federation reportedly stopped him from doing so, and which we've also talked to you all on here about before. That the powers that should not be have had to intervene with President Trump before, which is never a good thing. Never a good thing when the powers that should not be have to interfere with the puppet that has been given to us, the people. And that is where the problem lies now. Because now we have a real puppet in the White House with Biden. Now things are going to go as planned. And it's going to be at not their detriment, but our detriment. Because we, the people, quote unquote, wanted him in there. Because red man bad. Now look at this. Now look at what's happening. Although, with Donald Trump in there, all of this shit would still be happening. Let's just make that clear. I'm not saying he's any better, but maybe he just might be. Again, neither here nor there. I'm not on one side or the other. But to go back to this article, which, let me scroll down a little bit, which stopped him from doing so. So the Galactic Federation stopped President Trump from disclosing the existence of the extraterrestrial, quote-unquote, allies. Saying they wish to prevent mass hysteria since they felt humanity needed to evolve and reach a stage where we will, understand what space and spaceships are. What the absolute heck is going on? I don't understand. What else would you need to explain to us people for us to be comfortable with having aliens around? But, like we've been saying, they're going to introduce all of these things to us. And it seems that all of this stuff is happening very, very fast. Talking cars that drive by themselves, refrigerators that can pretty much hack into all the security inside of your home. We're talking about Google Chrome. I mean, not Google Chrome. Google Home, which knows everything about you. By what was the statistic? It takes like 45 days for your Google Home or your Amazon Echo to learn everything about you, to know everything about your daily life or your daily routine. That's some crazy shit. Although, let's be fair, even Stevens, our phones do that. So again, us that don't have the Google, it's happening. It's just happening at a slower pace with our phones. But as for why he's chosen to reveal this information now, Escheed explained that the timing was simply due to how much academic landscape has changed and how respected he is in academia. If I had come up with what I'm saying today 5 years ago, I would have been hospitalized. Let me say that again. This guy said, if I had come up with what I'm saying today 5 years ago, I would have been hospitalized. He explained to Yedio. He added that today they're already talking differently. I have nothing to lose. That is let me tell you guys something. From a guy who has, fuck all this. From a guy who has watched, who has watched villains his entire life on a film. And I'm not saying this guy's a villain, but I'm saying villains and heroes, all alike. That is the most powerful thing you can ever say. That is the strongest thing you can ever say. Is I have nothing to lose. That is a scary, scary statement. That is the scariest statement anyone can ever say. I have nothing to lose, because it can go it can go one way to the extreme or the other way to the extreme, but it is going to be one of those things. So let me repeat this again. Today, they're already talking differently. And I don't even know what that means, by the way. He says, I have nothing to lose. I've received my degrees and awards. I am respected in universities abroad where the trend is also changing. And I said this from the jump when I read his credentials. This guy is no fucking joke. He's nothing to sneeze at. He's credible in this. Escheed provided more information in his newest book, The Universe Beyond the Horizon. Conversations with Professor Haim Escheed, along with other details such as how aliens have prevented nuclear apocalypses and when we can jump in and visit the Men in Black. The book is available now for NIS 98. Don't even know what the fuck that is, but whatever. While it is unclear if any evidence exists that could support Escheed's claims, they did come just ahead of a recent announcement by Space-IL, the group behind Israel's failed attempt to land a spacecraft on the moon in 2019. That is another important factor in there. Uploaded to social media with the text, "Ready to get excited again?" The announcement contained a 15-second video of the moon with text saying "back to the moon," followed by the date of December 9th, 2020. It is likely that this is a follow-up to the Beresheet spacecraft, which crashed after engineers lost contact with it just minutes before it was due to land. However, the follow-up project, titled Beresheet 2, is expected to take 3 years to be ready. But sadly, we may never know the truth. The Jerusalem Post was unable to reach out to this supposed galactic federation for any comment. That is crazy. That is crazy. That was a lot of information into one article. That's a lot of information to intake. I get it. But let me tell you guys something, man. This is no joke. This guy's credible. Who's to say? This guy could be talking out of his ass. Who knows? But all I know is this. They are getting us ready for something big. We talked about the Great Reset. We talked about this quote-unquote new normal, as they like to call it. We talked about this dark, dark winter that Biden is talking about. Now we get aliens. You also got some climate change shit coming as well. When does this end? And I know I say this in just about every episode. When does it end? Let me tell you all something. It does not end. World domination comes with steps. World domination comes in small doses at first. These powers that be, U.S., Great America, right? We have been in contact, apparently, allegedly, been in contact, or assumably, been in contact with these aliens. Not only that, but let's go back to what he was saying about Mars. Apparently, there is a cooperation that includes a secret underground base on Mars, where there are American and alien representatives. This is crazy. And I want you all to know, I'm very aware this is a tinfoil hat video that I'm making here. A large tinfoil hat video. But let me tell you something. This could very well be not too far-fetched. Don't be surprised if we hear something within the next 2 months about aliens taking over the world. And I know we're not going to say, oh, aliens are going to be, they're going to come and attack us or like attack on, no, nothing like that. But as soon as we see something, aliens and humans have made some kind of agreement. Come enjoy life on new life on Mars or blah, 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 whatever. I've said this before and I'll say it again. We fucked this planet up. We have completely trashed this planet physically, morally, emotionally, and mentally. What makes you think that going to another planet, creating another planet to be habitable, is going to change anything? Before we go to another planet, before we go to Mars, before we can even... Here's my opinion on this. Humanity is not ready, but not in the sense of what Ashid was talking about. Humanity is not emotion. I don't want to say emotion. Humanity is not morally ready for this. We have completely trashed this planet. What would aliens want to do with us? They saw how much we fucked up planet Earth. Period. If they've been here for years, they've seen the grand scheme of how us as humans have fucked ourselves. However, we're expected to believe that these aliens want anything to do with us. In fact, you know what I do believe? if this is real, if this is in fact real, which again, I'm not saying it is, but I'm not saying it is. But it could be a possibility because, again, anything's a possibility in 2020 in this day and age. But I believe the context, the actual narrative is not being said here in this article. The actual narrative is not being, you're having someone spill the beans. And again, I'm not trying to discredit him or anything, Ishida or anything like that. But he might be giving us the wrong narrative. The very same narrative of the holiday Thanksgiving. The very same narrative of we found this country and we built this country from nothing. No one lived here before that? No group of people were here before that? Word. We could be given that narrative in terms of these aliens, in terms of they come to planet Earth. Let me just, again, tinfoil hat. This whole entire video is a tinfoil hat. So again, take everything I'm saying with a grain of salt. I'm a nobody. I'm not even close to a scientist. Just putting my theory out there. Let's say these aliens have come to Earth looking for new life, looking for contact. Maybe not human contact, but some other contact with life. Well, let's say they came here and we just took them hostage. We took them like they're pets, or even worse. The same sentiment I gave to you all earlier about this country and the history of this country. Maybe we're doing the same thing with the aliens when all they were doing was looking for life. Maybe we found them on Mars. Who's to say? But what I can tell you is this. We cannot go to another world. We cannot create another planet. We cannot live on another planet and continue to create life and continue to enjoy the cycle of life if we cannot get ourselves together morally, not just as one country, not just as one continent, but as a human race. If we cannot get our shit together as a human race, what makes you think we can go to another planet and think that we are not going to burn that planet down? Again, planet Earth, especially United States of America, get your house in order before you go anywhere else. Because again, and I quote the late, great Rick James, fuck your couch. Fuck your couch. That is the sentiment that we're sending here. That is the sentiment that we are sending to planet Earth and to ourselves. Is we're taking our dirty ass feet and stomping them on our brand new couch. And then we're going to say, oh, well, there's another house that has all this other furniture. Let's go trash that too. Again, we got to do better. And I don't think that's going to happen. With that being said, I am me, this Contemporary Comrades, and I am OUT.